What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers Podcast. It's your boy, Known G, and I'm in here with Boss Man Jay and Mayor Socrates. And today we're going to be talking about Trump's invasion of Venezuela. Illegally invading Venezuela, and for that matter. He did not get any permission from the Senate to go in there and do what he did, but he went in with airstrikes and he abducted the president and his wife, and bringing them back to the United States. What's going on, fellas? What y'all opinions on this? And did Trump go in there for any reason outside of oil? Because I'm pretty sure he only went in there to obtain the oil from this country. There's rumors that it was more so about drugs and this, that, and the other, but we know that Trump has just pardoned a huge drug dealer out of, I believe, Honduras. So that's not necessarily why he went in there. He went in for the oil. Let's just be real.
And that's our fucking problem. We're a bunch of bullies. Feel like we can just go to these different countries and take whatever the fuck we want. But hey.
He did put a post on his Truth Social. He said the United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with the U.S. law enforcement. Details follow. There will be news conference today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. motherfucking Trump. So, yeah, man, he's pulling boss moves. A lot of people feel he's doing this again to get a lot of the heat off of him by, we know a lot of the things that's been going on in the news with the Epstein files and all this.
That's exactly what it is.
Trump is gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna bully. He's not trying to play by the rules. We all know he wants to run for another term, and and just like right here, this is the ongoing shock of Trump's cocaine kingpin pardon. Donald Trump pardoned Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, and toppled the capstone of one of the most ambitious narcotics investigations in history of the Department of Justice. So we know it can't be drugs on why he went into Venezuela. I mean, he just pardoned one of the biggest dope dealers out of Honduras. So what are we talking about?
So he definitely didn't go there for the drugs.
No.
We know that's a lie.
And it's also in direct competition with China, because China is one of the biggest importers of Venezuelan oil. So this is also to, ruffle the feathers of China as well.
Geopolitics for sure. It's a big chess game, and Venezuela is a pawn in that chess game that just so happens to have a lot of oil attached to its name, and China and Russia being its biggest backers. Being in the Western Hemisphere, Trump wants to, basically play domination. And like you said, you could call it bullying. They want to control the resources. So Trump did put out tweets and whatnot about him going into Venezuela. And this is what he said. The United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be news a news conference today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. And he's running everything out of Mar-a-Lago, not even really the White House at this point. The boy just doing what he wants. Like,
I was just about to say, man, like, this the only goddamn president that don't live in the White House. Like, I don't get how he gets away with so much shit, bro. With everything that's been tied to his name, all the bullshit that he keeps going on, all the bullshit that he's in. Why is he still sitting? Why is he still a president? Why hasn't this man been impeached again?
Well, to be honest, a lot of his supporters are going to frame this as a victory. This is looked at as the war on drugs that these other presidents didn't have, the cojones to carry out. So on one side, you're going to see people saying, oh, this was a great move. This was a great thing. And you could say that if you believe that drugs were the big problem coming from Venezuela. But obviously the internet has kind of speculated that it's probably due to the natural resources. So it just depends on what side you stand on and how you looking at it.
Bullying is bullying, bro. And this right here was this was just a tactic to go in there and take what the fuck you want without having to pay for it.
Hey, yo, and it's crazy even speaking on this subject because I literally went to Iraq under George W. Bush. And what do you think that was? A money grab. So under the guise of the war on terrorism, you know what I'm saying? I was 20, 21 years old, headed to the sandbox on behalf of the President George W. Bush, who was, it had, recently, or since then, it's been, kind of speculated that there was a money grab and that was going after the oil and the resources and the gold in Iraq. So is this different? Is this any different than those days? Global war on terrorism?
Well,
I guess not.
Yeah, and Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world, but they struggle with production. So the oil is there, right?
It's there.
And
yep.
Oil runs the world. Cars are still running off oil. All kinds of things in this world run off oil and need oil to basically, keep a country running, to keep an economy going. And whoever controls the resources controls the world. So Trump is a bully. He's been a bully in business. He's become president twice, and he's going to play bully politics. He's not going to go in there and play fair. He doesn't respect other leaders of the world. He doesn't really, he came in when he got inaugurated. Think about how many people didn't want to side with America once he became president. Like, our allies were like almost turning their back on us essentially. So, it's the way he plays. It's the way he plays ball, and him going in there, essentially kidnapping. Because once again, he illegally did this.
Exactly.
This was not.
So will he be charged for this? Can he be charged for this?
And international courts, I guess, like at the UN or something. But these presidents and all this have had stuff put down on them all the time. Nothing happened to them. So
there's a big thing going on in the international courts right now, the ICC. Those courts have largely been proven to be powerless. You know what I'm saying? That international court is the same court that put out the arrest warrant on Putin. The same one that put the arrest warrant out on Benjamin Netanyahu. There's no real enforcement arm of the, international courts. So, it's all ideological. A lot of this shit, they talk about like freedom. Like America talks about freedom a lot, where there's a lot of people who technically weren't free for a long time. But the ideology of, land of the free. How can you call yourself the land of the free with such a robust history in slavery? But, that's another topic. So it's just all in how you look at it. You know what I mean? One other thing I wanted to say. Would it be worse if America wasn't policing the rest of the world? Because some would say that, America saved 6 million Jews. Saved the Jews from persecution. America saved South Korea. America saved I guess you could say Iraq or Afghanistan people until
Yeah,
they left.
So
So
who
I
gonna
mean,
save our asses when it's our turn? Who gonna save us? Since we
yeah, I,
doing all the goddamn saving.
I'll say this. I'll say this. It obviously depends on where you're living at in the world and how you were affected by American politics, United States politics. Because some people have been affected to the point they have no home. They don't know where they're gonna stay. Where their whole place, their whole country been bombed up, and people have been, their lives have been taken away from them from American politics. But some places where American politics benefited their country, they're gonna probably love America or feel that America's done so much for their country.
yeah, so
So
just being American, we have to recognize our privilege because our privilege comes from, what I'm saying, the subjugation of other people. You know what I'm saying? There has to be
yeah,
a third world country in order for to be a first world country. Because how did France become a first world country?
stealing
Fucking taking
resources
advantage and stealing resources from the third world. It's crazy.
or the
So
or what we so-called call the third world.
so-called third. You're right. I'm
Because
glad you said that. Yep.
Them motherfuckers, they got it. They
because
ain't as
just to
bad
make
as we
this
think it is.
because just to prove that it's all about politics and who runs the world at the time and who makes the rules and wars and that ends up dictating what you end up seeing in the present time or in the future is or even in the past. uh for instance, you know my family's Nigerian, right? So when my mom and my dad came to America, there was a point that the naira, which is a Nigerian's currency, was in the early '80s to mid '80s was 2 naira to a dollar, or $2 to a naira. It was $2 to a naira in the early '80s, mid '80s. Most people don't know that. You had to have one. You had to have $2 to add to make up to 1 naira. That's how powerful Nigeria was. Because Nigeria, like Venezuela, very huge in oil production. Very huge in oil production, and oil was going crazy back then, and people were buying all from Nigeria. But they did some bad business with Europe, and that's what basically destroyed their currency. And now today, $1 is 1,500, 2,000 naira.
Damn.
30 years later. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So this is where politics can come in and destroy a country and to destroy a whole country's economic system. You
Yes,
know.
because and we talk about how oil shapes finance and business and stuff. We work on this system called the petrodollar, which means our currency is not backed by gold like it used to be when President Nixon took America off the gold standard, and it just became our military might is the strength behind the dollar. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically, the CIA's job to kind of, manage these relationships and keep these people in a subservient role.
And I'm glad you said that, because there is a book that's called The Political Hitman, and in that book they basically let you know that the CIA goes into countries and are essentially there to topple that government and those leaders of that government and place who they want to place in. And this is essentially what I feel that's going to happen here in Venezuela. That president was taken out of there with his wife. They're going to get locked up, and they're going to put who they want in Venezuela's leadership.
Yes, for sure.
It's
But
going to be
Just so they
American
can get what they want out of it.
let's ask this question. How the hell did they know exactly where that president was hiding out at?
Because the next man up told.
And I mean, that's kind of like the role of the CIA. You know what I'm saying? They infiltrate these countries, bro. It's so deep to where he knew he wasn't safe. He knew somebody probably in his regime probably was keeping tabs on him for that big payday.
That next man up, the motherfucker that's sitting behind him, his right hand man, who he thought was his right hand man the whole time, was plotting to get your ass up out of there. And he was waiting on. He was just buying his time, waiting for America to do what they was gonna do, so he can step right on into that role.
Now, mind you, Maduro has been working behind the scenes since America, U.S. military been sitting off his coast. He been working behind the scenes trying to get all these other Latin countries together to, you know what I'm saying, oppose America. So I think Colombia came out and said something about it, you know, questioning, you know, telling America to value the sovereignty of these other countries and this and that. But he didn't get a lot of help from the community because, like you just said, the biggest backers are Russia and China. But they all the way on the other side of the country, so they can't really protect Venezuela. Yeah, so America kind of, you know, pushing his weight around, throwing his weight around, and you know, it depends on how you look at it, because we need that oil. We need that oil.
So what happened? What happens to him and his wife now, though? Like,
I'm quite sure. I heard reports say, reports say that he had, what you call it, negotiated a deal to kind of politically kind of show, you know, that they came to a conclusion. I don't know. They gonna exactly what you just said. They're gonna put somebody who they want in there.
Yeah. So basically, we're gonna put this in front of the camera and all of and the media and everything. And you got arrested. We capture you, take you out your country, to give us what we want to give, what we want out of this, and we'll let you go.
And we'll send you to Epstein Island. Allegedly.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go on over there to Kitty Island.
Allegedly.
And live out the rest of your life.
But yeah, so we'll see. Keep an eye on them gas prices, and see how this turn out. You know.
Lord, please don't let them go up no more.
Oh, we got access to that oil now. They're supposed to go down.
Hey, take all the oil you want, as long as them damn diesel prices go down.
Bring that oil on back home. That's what the American empire needs to keep chugging along. But President Maduro, Venezuela, captured. He out of there. We'll see who the next leader is. Trump, another victory for Trump.
I don't want to say victory. I can't give him no type of credit. He's a fucking bully.
That's definitely a victory for the Trump Meister.
Yeah, for his backing, yeah, it is. But you're a fucking bully, bro. I was for Trump. I ain't gonna sit here and lie like I wasn't, because of the trucking industry. But now, bro, fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I can't get behind that shit.
So you regret your vote?
I ain't vote.
Oh, you were supporting them.
Yeah. Secretly. Cheering from the background.
Yeah. Well, hey, like I said, we'll watch them gas prices, them diesel prices.
Yeah, but hey, man, thank y'all for watching. Don't y'all forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and don't forget to hit that notification bell.